There is a theme that has emerged today. It is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on January 22nd, and it has already come up 3 times, and the day is not done yet. I don't know if this is because it's January 2nd. I don't know if because it's winter in the northern hemisphere. I don't know if it's because the polar vortex has been kicking around. Today, 3 times, we've talked about two categories: a thing that is hard and a thing that is for me. And the easiest way for me to explain this to you is if you have something in your life that you want that you don't have yet, maybe something that you've been wanting for a long time or working on for a long time, think about if you have maybe put it into the category of hard things. And what I mean by that, this is a big category. It could mean things that require me to suffer for a long time, things that I need to struggle for, finding a needle in a haystack, waiting for the right match, things that people like me don't get to do, and I'm being bold and audacious about it, stuff I don't know about yet, places where I don't belong. I don't get to do it because fill in the blank criteria. That's what I mean when I'm talking about if you've put something into the category of hard things. Got it? Now let's turn that coin over. Think about something that's in the category of easy. It's for me. It's something I do. It's who I am. It's for me. Pause and think just for a second about one of those things. And hopefully now you've found two things in your own life. And now I want to invite you to get really curious about the difference between them. Go with me on this journey just for a second. If you can consider the thing that's easy, that's for you, that you can just have, or that's who you are, how much do you prepare when you're about to engage with it? What's it like when you're about to have it or experience it or get it or do that or book that appointment or whatever it is? Got it? Now hold that other thing up, the thing that's in the category of hard things. What's it like when you're about to engage with that or something that leads to it? Maybe even just start with thinking about engaging something that leads to it. What's different? How do you prepare? Who are you? What are you thinking about? How does it feel? On days like this, when the same three theme comes up 3 times before the day is even over, and now I guess I'm artificially making it the fourth time, here's what I know to be true. This question is so at the core of my philosophy of transformation that I'm going to tell you a secret. This is the inside of the treasure chest. This is what it is. What I guide people through is identifying where they've put something they want into the category of a hard thing. And I guide you on the journey of teaching you practical tools and developing new habits of taking that thing that you want out of the hard things category and putting it into the category of things that are for me. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I talk a lot about belonging. And you can look at this with the feeling of belonging. Where do you belong? Where is it easy to belong? Where do you feel like you don't belong? What would have to change for you to feel like you belong there? Effectively, to take it out of the hard things category and put it into the category of things that are for you. Now, I just showed you the inside of the treasure chest, but I'm going to be honest, you may not know how to do this. This is what I guide people through in my live offerings, my one on ones, and in the online course that's about to launch here. I think hopefully at the end of January. I just recorded what I think is the last video for it, the last piece that needs to go into it. What I know to be true from 3.5 decades of being obsessed with how humans transform, it is a series of noticing the habits you're in, the patterns that you're in, and committing to stopping those patterns and cultivating new ones. And I could say this in a way that's what you need to do to take that thing that you've put in the hard category, that not for me category, and to move it over into the, yeah, that's mine. That's where I belong. It's for me. It's who I am category. It's a series of learning how to integrate and onboard new habits in a reliable, repeatable, relatively predictable way. I guide you through understanding how exactly to do that and give you the tools to do it and help you practice them with real life examples. and create a supportive environment for you to integrate that, to learn how to become it, to learn how to repeat it in your life. It's a place where you can ask questions, it's a place where you can learn and grow. Now, for the last 5 years, I've only been doing this in live offerings. For the first time ever, hopefully at the end of January, the four keys your heroes already have is the first time I've offered any of this in an online course. And that course, the four keys that you're going to go through are really how to do what I'm talking about, how to take something that's in the hard things category and move it into the things that are for me. Now, here's what the course is. The first key is all about the foundations. I'm going to teach you extensively what I mean about this framework that I'm going over at a very high level right now. The second key is about learning investigative journalist skills to understand who you have been being that prevents future you from landing on the tarmac. The third key was all about boundaries and body alarms. And the fourth key is about understanding these big gaps of unawareness that we all have and understanding how to narrow them, to understand what's in that gap of unawareness. Because once you can become aware of who you've been being that prevents future you from landing on the tarmac, or once you've identified that you've put something in the hard things category and you have the tools now to move it over into the things that are for me category, you will effectively, reliably, repeatedly be able to transform your life. And I want you to know this is what I do in my own life. And it is so good. And I want it for you. I do deeply. I want it for every single one of you. I swear, if I could mail this to you free in a single dose vaccination kind of a way, I absolutely would do it. Until that day comes, the four keys your heroes already have is the most financially accessible way I have ever offered this. All of my subscribers will get first access to it. I'll probably put some clips up here for paid subscribers. Tell all your friends it's coming out at the end of the month. And I want to leave you with this thought. What have you put into the category of hard things that you're ready to do the work to move it over into the category of things that are for you? And I want to give you a little hint here. The work of moving it over, it feels good. It is not the sacrifice that you have been studying. It starts to feel good as soon as you commit to moving it over. So, more on the four keys very soon. Thank you all for joining me. I love that you're here. We'll talk soon.